So my name is Marty. If we don't know already, I get honor and privilege of facilitating on Tuesdays. So thrilled to be here. As always, I want to congratulate each and every one. I say it every time, but I hope it doesn't take away how important it is that you take a moment to pat yourself on the back, to recognize, be mindful of the fact that you've chosen to take care of yourself for an hour this evening. And that's a beautiful thing, right? A beautiful, beautiful thing. So congratulations to everybody. We're going to go ahead and I know Julia's brought forward for the month of June, masculine energy and fatherhood. So we're going to go ahead and do a little meditation on that. So in whatever meditative position you'd like to get yourself into, we'll go ahead and take a minute and get yourself settled in. And that certainly can be lying down or sitting upright.
Yeah.
Can be doing the dishes, reading a book, whatever settles you down. I'm going to go ahead and start this evening with a little bit of breathing. It's always good to be mindful of our breath. And we'll come back to that throughout the evening. I'm going to take 3 very slow, deep inhalations, filling both the abdomen and the chest, a slow count of 8, and a slow exhale of 8. I'm going to do that 3 times, and then we'll go ahead and get started. As you continue to breathe this evening, let's just take a couple moments and be mindful of our bodies, mindful of the breath as we take the air in through the nostrils. Let the oxygen fill our bodies, feed us, nurture us. And as we exhale, let's just let go of the day and just breathe. Be mindful of any tension that might be in your head, maybe in the face or your forehead. Gently just relax. Let the tension fall from your neck, down through the shoulders. Slide down your arms and out your palms. Just let any tension of the day be released. Let it drop to the ground below. Mother Earth is happy to take it. And just breathe. Be mindful of any tension that might be in the chest, in the back, down the sides, in the abdomen, down through the hips. Just let it fall down through your legs, past the knees, and out the bottom of your feet. And just breathe. And just breathe. Tonight I thought we'd take a little boat ride. And just take a moment and picture a boat. It can be any boat that you're comfortable with. If you can, picture a steering wheel. So it can be in a ski boat or a big ship, a big wooden ship. Anything with a steering wheel on it. Whether you're sitting behind it or standing upright, just take a moment and feel your hands as they grip the wheel. And look out over the bow and see the calm water ahead. The slow, gentle current beneath you. Feel the support of the water underneath the boat. Slow, gentle swaying. And just breathe. Tonight we're just going to float down the river. Steering wheels just to keep it in the middle. Give you that feeling of direction that you can turn the boat if you want. Imagine blue water out in front of you, rolling hills on either side, green grass as it gently moves in the wind. And just slowly float down the river and just breathe. For some of us, we are fathers, but for all of us, we come from a father. We may know that father, we may not, but no matter what, we all have one. So this evening, as we gently float down the river, just to take a moment and look off to the right-hand side. And whether it's your father or a father figure, acknowledge that they're standing on the shore, gently waving at you. No need to approach, merely acknowledge the presence. You can wave if you want. And just breathe. As you slowly float down the river, you see a young boy standing there on the shore playing. And imagine this is your father as a child. Before adulthood, before you. A child just being a child. See the child as it waves at you. You can wave back to acknowledge. And just breathe. Feel the warm air around you as it comes in through the nostrils. Feel the warm sunshine on your forehead. The gentle, still water below. And just breathe. A little further down the river, you see a young baby sitting on a blanket, happily staring up at the clouds. Once again, your father, new to the world. No judgment given, no judgment taken. Merely just fresh and new. Staring up at the clouds in complete wonder. Happy and joyful. And just breathe. As you continue down the river, you look off to your left side and you see your grandfather, or what your grandfather might have looked like if you never knew him. Long in the years, a life lived well, a life lived hard, but nonetheless a life of his own, without judgment. Merely wave and acknowledge the presence of your grandfather. And just breathe. Continue to look around and see the green grass as it gently folds in the breeze back and forth. Feel the water supporting you from underneath, safe and gentle, and just breathe. Once again, off to the left, see your grandfather as a young man holding a baby. Your grandfather holding your father. Your father as a baby, brand new. Your grandfather new to fatherhood. No judgment, merely acknowledge their presence. And just breathe. And again on the left, on the shoreline, you'll see a young boy playing with other boys, running free and happy. Imagine this as your grandfather as a young man before he was a father, before he was a grandfather. Innocent in the ways of the world, just out playing in the sunshine in the grass along the riverbank. And just breathe. And one more time on the left. See a little baby boy laying on a blanket, happy and safe, staring up at the clouds. No judgment to be had, no judgment to be given. New and innocent to the world, safe and secure. And just breathe. And gently just float down the river. Look out across the water. See the reflection of the boat, the trees, the hills. Safe and secure. And just breathe. And one more time on the right-hand side, we see an old man. Maybe we recognize him, maybe we don't. a great-grandfather from years and years ago. A life well lived or a life lived hard. Choices made. And just acknowledge that you have a great-grandfather as he waves to you on the boat as you travel on by. And just breathe. One more time on the right-hand side, see a young man with a young boy in front of him, both happy to be, gently waving at you, recognizing their future, that which they perpetuated. And without judgment, acknowledge their existence and just float on by and just breathe. And one more time, see a young boy playing on the hillside, completely innocent and in wonder, down on the shoreline, touching the water, curious. This is your great-grandfather as a boy. Maybe you've seen a picture, maybe you haven't. But once again, acknowledging that somewhere at some point in time, your great-grandfather was just a young boy, innocent and playing, and just breathe. As you gently float down the river, see one more baby, safe on a blanket in the grass, happy and content, new to the world, no judgment to be had, no judgment to be given. Just happy to be. And just breathe. And just take a few minutes to continue down the river quietly, mindful of acknowledgement of the fact that you come from a father and a grandfather and a great-grandfather and the ancestors that came before them. Without all those men and women on the shores, you wouldn't be in this boat today. Merely acknowledge the existence that you have the steering wheel in your hand, and you can just continue down the river and just breathe. So let's just go ahead and gently take a deep, deep breath. Slowly bring yourself back to this space. And we'll gently return to one another. So let's go ahead and get into position, whatever works for you, and we'll do a dedication of merit. I know for myself, the masculine, the father, on both sides, my father and myself looking inward, is a difficult journey. Tonight we decided to go down the river of life in a boat, hang on to the steering wheel, and acknowledge that we do have fathers and grandfathers and great-grandfathers and so on. That we all come from someone and somewhere. Each story is different. May we recognize that everybody has a river of life. Everybody has a father, a grandfather, a great-grandfather. Each story is different. As you go through the evening and the week, have a wonderful and joyous time. Namaste.